biggest thing that I learned so far in terms of housing is just having patience for dealing with whoever your roommates are. You're meeting these new people for like the first time, and you're gonna be living them for like a year, and just putting yourself out of that comfort zone and just having the patience for them, that goes a long way. So
What I've learned so far about my housing situation is that communication between roommates is really important in regards to figuring out when we have tests, so you can't have friends over at certain times, or who's cleaning when, or who's paying the bills when. That's something that's really important, I think, to maintain a good household. Something I wish to change is that, because sometimes that communication doesn't work out and there's a lack of it, so yeah.
Being at home this year has taught me more about independence. However, it's mostly done for financial reasons, but I think if I had the opportunity to live somewhere else, I would. I think becoming independent and learning more about yourself is key during these years, so if I had to redo it, I think I'd choose to live away from home.
So one thing I definitely wish I could change about my housing situation is that I wish I would have sort of made like a housing agreement in the beginning when I moved in with my new roommates. Last year, I wish we had sat down and sort of made an official sort of contract in which we all signed, in which we all agreed that we all were responsible for cleaning our house and keeping it neat and tidy, and not one person getting all the brunt of the work. So I wish we'd done that in the beginning, and I wish I could change that right now. So yeah.
So I live in Dorchester, and I live near the Ashmont station on the Red Line, and it takes me a long time to commute to school, so if I could change anything, I would change my commute.
This past year, I've learned a little bit in terms of housing. Dealing with roommates has been a particular issue that I've dealt with. I had some difficulties with the roommates, and I learned a lot about what not to do in terms of communication, and I learned that it's important to stand up for yourself, but be respectful, and be open about communicating when you have to put your foot down, but also be understanding, but don't let yourself get walked on. And I think it's good to, when you go into a housing situation, sort of set up expectations beforehand instead of sort of last minute waiting until something goes wrong to say something, which is kind of what I did.
Alright, so I live at home, so it was basically, I was able to balance school stuff pretty easily because it's a comfortable environment. So I can just go home and relax for a bit and do homework, and it's pretty simple, and
So I learned that commuting to campus is really difficult, and one thing that I would change is living closer to campus, so I have more accessibility to the things on campus.
Yeah. So I think there's like a duality that you have to balance between your academics and your personal life. So like, as a person that commutes from like a suburb in Massachusetts to UMass Boston every day, I find it hard to spend time with my family, but also come here and do academics. I leave every morning at like 5:30 in the morning, and I come back around 10:30. So you ask yourself like every single night, like, hey, like I just want to spend time with my mom and my sister, and like I want to do all these things with them, but then you have schoolwork, and so it's just this balance, this duality that you have to find, but you find yourself that you have to grab from both sides, and it's pretty hard to learn throughout the first year, but after some time, you'll get a grasp of it.